Hello, everyone. In today's society, we are conditioned to fight against everything. There is the fight against cancer, the fight against darkness, the fight between each other, and so on. Is this really beneficial? What is going on inside of us in such moments? I am happy that Elke will tell us something about it from her point of view. Welcome, Elke. How are you doing?
Hello, beautiful Jutta and my beautiful friends. I am doing amazing. How are you doing, Jutta?
I am fine, thank you. And I am
Oh,
interested what we are hearing now.
me too, me too. Okay, so the fight against dot dot dot. So let's together, right? Take a deep breath and really feel and tune into this. So since we are little or from childhood on, we are taught that we have to be strong, we have to be on our guard. If someone, quote unquote, attacks us, whatever, we have to fight. So there is always this having to be on guard because everywhere in the shadows, wherever you go, there is something that could go against you. You are never safe. There's always something to be afraid of, something to fear, and if necessary, to fight against. So if there's a bully in your class or whatever, it doesn't matter. So and for us, because Jutta said so nicely, what is going on inside of us, right? When we tune into, I mean, just just by being or with sickness, right? The fight against cancer or everything. If you have the flu, you have to fight it with this and that, and you have to subdue it and bring get it down or whatever. So you have to have the upper hand. And there is so many things that we have to fight against. Because I'm not playing this game because it is a game, it's an energy game. I'm I'm not finding any more things against to 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 use as an example, right? So forgive me for that. But as I'm not playing this game, it is hard for me to find examples. But just going into, so let's assume there is some sickness and you have to fight against it. When you feel into your body, how does it feel, Jutta? So let's say with your own story, you encountered breast cancer, and of course, you were told you have to fight it, you have to use the weapons that pharma is offering you, and whatever, and you have to fight your way through. How, when you remember this, how does your body feel?
My body felt very dense. It was uh, a cold feeling. It was a feeling that yeah, I wasn't sure if I had that feeling before. I was lost. And it took a few days, but then I recognized that it's not the right feeling for me to go against it. So I asked me, what can I do for me
Exactly, and
to,
that's exactly going in the right direction. But
okay.
for now, the question is, how did your body feel?
It
So it
wasn't
felt
my body anymore.
exactly, well, you felt overwhelmed, you felt like, well, nearly defeated, and that was an enemy that felt like it was very big and you could never win. And you felt very small, and with all this stuff, you would have to face surgery, chemo, and all this stuff, and basically you were nearly doomed, right?
And
And then if you would have gone that route, so it was already starting to drain your energy, correct?
yeah,
When you
and yeah, and the people around me as well. Because everybody told me something. You have to fight against this, and yeah, it was overwhelming.
exactly, and it you focused on this big enemy
Yeah.
that you would have to throw all those weapons on, and you would have to protect yourself, and it would be probably come back, but blah blah blah, all this stuff, right? And it's the same. I didn't mention the fight against darkness, or the ones that are perceptively trying to subdue you, get the best of you, try to have power over you. And it's really feeling into it. The body feels very dense, it feels very heavy, and you are retreating. What I mean by that, your presence is going somewhere else. The mind, the ego is taking over. It is you against the whole world, so to speak. And you have to focus on what is out of alignment, what is not right. And then you would have to, like David against Goliath, fight as David, of course, against this Goliath and put all your energy on it. And then it drains you and drains you and drains you. And if luck would have it, you would or could win. I, for you, my friends, I want you to really feel into your body, imagining a situation where you feel you cannot win. And how does the body feel? And remember that. And with this in mind, or with this feeling, let's go back to what Jutta was already starting to share. What she did, she said, well, okay, this is what I'm facing. This is what I'm looking at. There must have been something that has caused this. I must have been out of alignment with myself. There is something in my life that is causing this energy blockage that now is within the body. And I want to look at what I can do to not fight against it, but what is available to release what is causing this, to address what is causing this, looking deeply at myself, because I know very well, and Jutta in that case knew very well, that this was a big hint from her higher levels. Well, Jutta, somewhere you are not in alignment with yourself, so it's time to wake up. And that's what she did. Right, Jutta?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So she went into reading books, looking at alternatives, and really looking at what she can do. So the first step was accepting, okay, this is what it is. I have this ease. So the body is out of ease. Somewhere, something went completely wrong within my life, otherwise I wouldn't be facing this. The acceptance first. Okay, that's what it is. Show me what I can do. So she had thoughts about reading this book, that book. We were talking. I was telling her some things, and she had the opportunity to feel into herself and say, no, I'm not fighting. I'm going to see what I can do to change that. I'm going to go into a completely different direction and dissolve and resolve all those things in my life that have caused this, that feel like density in my life and that feel out of alignment with myself. So for all of us, for whatever you are facing, that you believe you have to fight against. So be it the evil pedophiles, and don't get me wrong, they are completely out of alignment with themselves. They are completely misguided, and they are doing something that is coming from an ego, from sex, power, greed, from the old paradigm, and it has nothing to do with who they are because they have completely lost their connection to themselves. So be it some evil force, be it the government, let's say, you are told that the next president coming in or whoever that party is evil and you have to fight against it or whatever. So, well, that stuff is there. We accept it and then we decide instead of fighting it, because fighting, and I want you to really feel into this, as soon as you start fighting something or someone, you give it or you give them energy. So you actually give it more power. And that's the energy game. Okay, everything is energy and consciousness. Consciousness plays with energy, and two conscious beings play with energy. And when they are out of alignment with themselves, they try, because they believe they have to get the energy from the other, they try to get the energy from somewhere. So if you give the energy some perceptive evil person or circumstance or whatever, start to fight it instead of saying, okay, what can I do to make it better? What can I do that this, in Jutta's case, cancer, that this person that doesn't get any energy anymore, and I get what feels in alignment with me, what feels like love. So if you feel a company is not coming from love, it's trying to get their way, whatever, or whatever the case may be, well, why should we go by there? So we go by somewhere else. If you feel that they are trying to get you into a certain way of living, well, we search for like-minded and build an alternate society, whatever it may be the case. So in case of a disease, we don't go out and fight it, go into overwhelm, into fear. We accept it. Take a deep breath, higher levels come on in. take command, show me how I can get back in alignment to myself, how I can get into a place that feels like love, that feels like openness, that feels like joy. What can I do? Show me. And the universe, your higher levels, will start to show you whatever is available. Might be a thought, well, you might want to look at this website. Oh, see, these people, there's a community, they are doing alternative gardening or whatever. Or, oh, look, there is this modality where I can do certain things, take certain things like vitamin C therapy for cancer, or whatever there may be, frequencies. There is so much. And we go into what feels open for us. And if chemo feels right for you, then please, please, please go ahead with it. If it feels open, if it feels like the right thing to do, but then again, don't go in and go fighting. Accept it as the thing that feels most in alignment with yourself, where your body feels open, where your heart opens up, and it just feels right within yourself. Because everyone is unique, everyone is very special. And everyone at this point has their own belief systems. We don't want to go against what is ingrained within us, what we believe, because that's a fight within yourself then. So whatever feels adequate, whatever feels open, whatever feels like love, where your body opens up, it feels lighter. It doesn't, you are coming to the forefront. This is where in the direction we go towards. So in Juta's case, she chose alternative treatments and she lives a life in agreement, in alignment with herself now. But that's her journey, that's her decision. So, but for yourself, with this, how does it feel for you to just, whatever the case may be, to accept whatever it is, Jutta, and then look at what you can do with what you have? How does this feel within your body?
It's a warm feeling, yeah. And yeah, it's like sunshine inside, no darkness. And the biggest change for me was that I stopped doing what was expected from me, and I asked myself, what yeah, how do I want to live my life? And that's a hard question, but I found my answers.
Exactly.
Going off the leash from other ones. Go your own way.
Exactly. So what you did here was taking your power back.
Yes.
So you didn't feel, okay, this is what I face, whatever it may be, and now I'm gonna have to submit myself to some outside force and hope that they will fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You took your power back, said, okay, this is what is happening. The most important thing you did in first place, you chose to stay I want to live. I want to stay on the planet. I want to have more adventures. I want to meet people that I can play with, have fun with, connect with, and that I can love. And I want to see how far I can come. That's the first decision. Do I really want to stay? Because many that are faced with those decisions, be it in most cases, it's cancer, it might be a stroke, whatever. So it's really the universe asking you or them, do you want to stay or do you want to go? And of course, the ego says, yeah, I want to stay. But deep inside yourself, you look out. So not you, but the ones I'm talking about. And you only see pain. You only see suffering. You only see injustice. And you only see that those that lie, that cheat, that whatever, they get ahead. And the others have to look for themselves, fight for themselves, and have no way to get ahead. So there's inside of yourself, even though the ego says, oh yeah, I want to live because I'm afraid to die, deep inside yourself, there is what is missing is the real will to live, stay on the planet, and come back to yourself. And that's the first thing in this case with a life-threatening disease, to say, okay, I want to live. And that's what Jutta did. Correct, Jutta?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to live. And the good thing is, when you change, everything around you will change as well.
Exactly. Those people that are not in alignment, that are not, let's say, that are causing whatever has caused this, are moved out, and things will come into your life that are much more in alignment with you, that are much more beneficial. And so you can open up more. Of course, you will be shown things within yourself that need to be released, that are not you, have nothing to do with you. And you will be asked, okay, are you still wanting to play there, or are you ready to move further? So it is really what you did, Jutta. And with everything, how about stepping out of I have to fight into yourself? Okay, on the outside, this is there, whatever it might be. I'm accepting it. I'm not going to fight it because it's there. Someone is getting something out of it, otherwise it wouldn't be there. So, and now I get to decide if I want to play there, play the game of fighting, giving it energy, having my energy drained, or putting my focus on something that brings me joy, that brings me into myself, that brings myself into this embodiment, increases my frequency and moves you as yourself, at the same time moving out all the stuff that has nothing to do with you. So not fighting or not going into fear, it's the same. Because first there has to be the feeling, the emotion of fear, that you want to start fighting. So stepping out of fear and all the stuff that comes with it into love, into yourself. So taking a deep breath, higher levels, take command, show me what is available, what is most complementary to you, to me, and where I can go bring the people into my life that can best accommodate the situation and bring me further, that I can laugh, that I can play with, that I can have fun with. And by doing this, you are taking the energy away from whatever it is. So even be it there is the next war on the horizon. Okay, they can play war. I'm not going to play there. See, if everyone would say that, poof, everything would fall apart, because 99%, if not more, of the people on this planet don't want war. They just want to enjoy their life and do whatever they came to do on this planet. And it's the same, taking away the power from this fight against cancer or whatever disease into saying, okay, what is available? What is beneficial to come back into realignment, letting the body realign itself, heal itself, so it can come back into balance, that the energies can come back into balance. Because first it has to be out of balance energetically before it can come into the body. And taking up space there that otherwise could be inhabited by your presence, by your essence. So really, whatever the case may be, not giving something energy, meaning the focus, and playing the energy game of who has the biggest ego, just saying, hey, you are right, it's all okay, I'm gonna have a coffee and enjoy myself over there. And if you don't want to play there anymore, you know where I am, but I'm not playing there anymore. This is no fun. I've been there, I've done that, and I'm not interested anymore. I am gonna look at what brings me joy, what is in alignment with myself, and I'm going to listen to my intuition. I'm going to listen to my heart and not look outside what everyone else is doing. Because this is what humanity has been doing for such a long time, and look at how far they've come with it. Nowhere. They are repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, which is the definition of insanity. So Jutta, is there anything else that comes to mind that we could address in this
Yeah,
direction?
I would say that a big game changer for me was to ask myself, does it feel good? And when something doesn't feel good, I learned to say no.
That is awesome, but I would change one little thing.
Mhm.
Because good in itself is a judgment.
Ah,
So,
okay.
so I would change it to, does it feel open? Does it feel expansive? How does the body feel? Am
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
retreating or am I opening up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what does good mean?
Yeah,
Right? For
good
everyone,
can
it
mean
does mean
everything. Yeah.
something exactly.
Yeah.
It can be, for everyone, it's totally different what good means. You might find something good, and I say, oh my goodness, no,
Yeah.
leave me alone. That's not good. I hate that, whatever the case may be, right? So I'm just making a little fun here. But see, everyone is so special, so unique. Everyone perceives differently. So it's really, does it feel like love? Does it feel open? Does it feel expansive? And as I say, most importantly, does it feel like love? Or am I just doing it because someone else has done it, it has worked for them, or everyone else does it, or I see it so many times when people ask, what is everyone else doing? How are you doing this? Well, yeah, they might be doing something, but it might not be right for you. So it's really about coming back to yourself, feeling, because the body is a wonderful gauge. Does it feel tight? Does it feel dense? Or is it opening up? Does it feel lighter? Do you feel expansive? Does it feel like joy? And then we walk towards that place of joy instead of that place that feels so dense, that feels so heavy. And we just go there because everyone does it. Okay, so for myself, that was everything. Jutta, I have nothing to add for now. We will, of course, or I will, of course, do a meditative experience. And for you, my beautiful friends, please leave feedback. What do you want addressed? Do you have any questions? Whatever, we are taking notice of them and will address it at the appropriate time. So we want you to be involved, as I have mentioned before in this podcast, to grow with us. And we want to assist you to become, and walk as the love that you are and the beautiful being that you are. Jutta, anything else?
No, but thank you very much and have a great time. See you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Until next time.